Hello, Michael. How are you? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, good of you. How was your day today? I haven't seen you for a few days. I hope you have had a nice time and you've been preparing to a new year. Am I right?
Yes, I have some vacation, something like that.
That's nice.
And
That's really nice. How was your day today?
like usual day,
The
I
usual
work
one.
part of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing interesting.
Nothing special. I see. Okay, so today's topic is New Year celebration. What do you think about New Year celebration? Do you like this holiday?
Yes, I like, but I haven't some specials like ritual of celebration. Maybe.
So there is nothing special. Seeing the New Year in. Am I right?
Yes, maybe I don't know. Maybe I can go to the New Year's tree
Mm-hmm, I see.
in Kiev.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you know the people that have got some special rituals or some special traditions of New Year celebration. What do they do?
It's hard to say because it depends on situation. It's maybe some people go abroad in other countries, and maybe some of them have like a family dinner.
Family dinner, yes. Okay, and what about New Year's resolutions? Have you ever tried to make one or no?
Resolution.
Mm-hmm. It's a kind of a New Year promise. For example, I promise that New Year I'm going to quit smoking, or I'm going to lose weight, or something like that. Have you ever made some?
I don't try to do it, but I think it's like interesting idea. If you want something, you can imagine it, yes, and
Yes.
you can try to do some for to make it real.
I see. Do you think that it is a good tradition to see the New Year in a circle of relatives and family, or it is better to see the New Year in with your colleagues and friends?
I think both variants, but I think it's two other variants. It's like with the colleagues, it happened near the New Year, not not in the first.
In the New Year's Eve, am I right?
Yes, yes, and the both of this variant are interesting.
I see.
Also,
Okay.
because sometimes we need to talk with the colleagues with the non-formal atmosphere, maybe
Mm-hmm.
helps to make a better connection.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree with you completely. But some people say that New Year is not a holiday, so it is not necessary to celebrate it at all. So, do you agree with such a saying or not?
I think it's a holiday because maybe these critics connected with how long we celebrate, how long we usually celebrate this holidays, like 10 days, and maybe for some organizations not very good because the process of
Yes.
business.
I agree with you completely. And in Ukraine, winter holidays start on the 1st of January and last for a month. Do you think that it is a good duration for holidays, or they should have been a little shorter?
For me, it's normal.
It's normal.
Because I don't know, I know which the January is a special month, and all people know it. How to say it, doesn't mm, maybe all people know the business is it's like go down, and we haven't maybe activities. We haven't activities this month.
Yes, I agree with you completely. Today's topic is seeing the new year in, and there is a handout. I'd like you to share the material. Please press the link and open the document. I hope you'll be able to open it and I've done everything correctly. New Year's Day and the reading. So you're welcome to start reading.
Second.
Have you found? Second page. New Year's Day is, of course,
Okay. New Year's Day is of course the first day of the year. It's a national holiday in most countries around the world. It's a time where when families get together and celebrate with a meal. Many people make new plans for the rest of the year. These plans are called New Year resolutions. People decide to lose weight, get fit, stop smoking, study English every day, or save lots of money. I think most people are serious about these plans on the 1st of January, but then forget about them before the end of the week. Then 1 year later, it's New Year's Day over again, and people make the same resolution again. I guess people all around the world make same kinds of plans, and I guess they also break the resolution at the same time. And one thing I like about New Year's Day, the TV programs that look back at the previous year. They are like a highlight show on the news. This always reminds me how lucky I am, because a lot of the news is about wars, famines, what is it, I don't know, famines, natural disasters, plane crashes, and other terrible things. Um, the shows also look back at the
lives
lives of
of people.
who died that year. That all sounds a bit depressing, really. But then there are happier things like the top sports and music stories. Another thing that happens on New Year Day, as the top 10 movies of the year, the 10 best short achievements of the year, etc. There is even a list for the top 10 new English words of the year. previous winners of this are the words blog and podcast.
Yes, thank you for reading. What do you think about New Year's programs? Do you watch them? Do you like to watch them?
Maybe it's interesting to see, but I don't remember. Sometimes TV channels make interesting programs like annual observe, yes, and if it's makes good, it's interesting to see.
Yes,
But
there are some musicals and other.
maybe 2 or 3 years I don't see such variants of programs. Usually they repeat to show last year or maybe later programs with songs.
Yes, you're right.
It's not very interesting.
What about ranking lists? Do you think that they are interesting and useful for people or not?
Ranking list? Yes, I think it's interesting idea, but maybe if it's placed in your place of interest, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right.
But for me, it's not very interesting about to hear about the maybe footballist. I don't know. Uh, I don't interested in this information. But if it's short, it's okay.
Mm-hmm. So you are not interested in such things, as I can see.
Yes.
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, maybe if it's about the maybe trends or big how to say события, как это правильно?
Events, big events.
Big events, yes.
Good. Thank you for your answers. Phrase match. This is the next exercise in our handout. Please open the handout, and on page 3, at the very top of the page, we've got the exercise. Match the following phrases from the article, paragraph 1. So the half of the phrase in its beginning is the left side column, and the ending of the phrase is the right side column. So it's a national holiday.
It's a national holiday.
National holiday
Country.
in most countries. Yes, I agree with you completely. It's a time when families get
together and celebrate.
Yes, absolutely. These plans are
maybe called New Year resolutions.
Yes, yeah, right. Forget about them before
the end of
the week. People make the same
resolutions again.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, right. Paragraph 2. TV programs that look
TV programs that look one second. Look back at the
previous year. Yes, these always remind me how
other terrible, how lucky I am.
How lucky I am. Yes, natural disasters, plane crashes, and
other terrible things.
Other terrible things. That all sounds.
Lucky.
A bit depressing. Yes.
Okay. It all sounds a bit depressing.
Mm-hmm. The top 10.
The top 10 movies of the year.
Yes. A list for the top.
A list for the top. I don't. Back of the previous.
No. 10 new English words. Yes. Okay. Listening.
Very. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Listening gap fill. Now you're going to listen to the text and try to remember the words that you hear. This is the next exercise. Okay.
A listening from eslholidaylessons.com. New Year's Day is, of course, the first day of the year. It is a national holiday in most countries around the world. It is a time when families get together and celebrate with a meal. Many people make new plans for the rest of the year. These plans are called New Year resolutions. People decide to lose weight, get fit, stop smoking, study English every day, or save lots of money. I think most people are serious about these plans on January the 1st, but then forget about them before the end of the week. Then 1 year later, it's New Year's Day all over again, and people make the same resolutions again. I guess people all around the world make the same kinds of plans. I guess they also break their resolutions at the same time. One thing I like about New Year's Day are the TV programs that look back at the previous year. They are like highlights shows of the news. These always remind me how lucky I am, because a lot of the news is about wars, famines, natural disasters, plane crashes, and other terrible things. The shows also look back at the lives of people who died that year. That all sounds a bit depressing, really. But then there are happier things, like the top sports and music stories. Another thing that happens on New Year's Day is lists. The top 10 movies of the year, the 10 best sporting achievements of the year, etc. There is even a list for the top 10 new English words of the year. Previous winners of this are the words blog and podcast.
Thank you. So we have listened to the text. Let's discuss it. So you're welcome. New Year's Day. New Year's Day is?
It's the first day.
Is, of course, the first day of the year. Yes?
Second.
The second, yes?
It's the time when families get together.
Together, yes. And celebrate with a meal. The next?
People decide to lose weight.
Yes.
Make fit.
Get fit.
Yeah,
get fit. Yes. Stop smoking. Study English.
Save lots of money. I think most people
are serious about these plans on January the 1st.
About these plans on the 1st of January, but then forget about them before the end of the week. Then 1 year later, it's a New Year Day, New Year's Day.
All over again.
All
over again, yes.
People make the same resolution again.
Yes.
I guess people all around the world make the same kinds of plans. I guess I guess
they also break their resolutions at the same time.
They also break these resolutions.
Their resolutions at the same time.
Their resolutions. Okay. One
thing.
One what?
Thing.
Okay.
I like about New Year's Day are TV programs that look back at the previous year.
They are like highlight shows.
Highlight shows.
of the week. This always
Remind me
remind me that
how lucky I am.
how lucky I am, because a lot of the news
News.
about wars, feminist, natural disasters,
Famines. Yes,
famines,
famines. Голодомор, голод.
okay,
Natural disasters, plane crashes, and other terrible things.
okay, and other terrible things. They show also look back at the
Lives of people
of people who died that year.
that year.
That sounds depressing.
Yes, that all sounds a bit depressing, really.
That all sounds a bit depressing, really. But there are happier things, like the top sports and music stores and other things that happen on New Year's Day. Is list the top 10 of the year.
Movies of the year. Movies.
The top 10 movies
Yes.
of the year. The 10 best
Sporting.
achievements
The year.
of the year, etc. There is
Even a list.
for the
top.
top. And use English words of the year, previous year.
Winners of these are the words.
The words block
And podcast. Okay. Thank you. Good of you. Next exercise. While reading, listening, gap fill. So let's read and try to fill in the gaps. So page 5. Exercise. Put the words into the gaps in the text. You're welcome.
1 second. Okay, we need to choose.
Yes. At the right-hand corner, we have got the words lots, rest, over, end, lose, course, break, together. We should insert them or fill into the gaps in the text.
New Year's Day is
Yes.
Of
course.
course, the first day of the year, it's a national holiday in the most countries around
the world.
It is a time when families get together and celebrate with a meal. Many people make new plans for the rest of the year. These plans are called New Year resolution. People decide to lose
weight.
Get fit, stop smoking, study English every day, or save
lots of money.
I think most people are serious about these plans on January 1st, but then forget about them before the end of the week. Then 1 year later, it's New Year's Day, all
over again.
All over again, and people make the same resolutions again. I guess people all around the world make the same kinds of plans. I guess they also break their
resolutions.
Their resolution at the same time.
Same time. Yes, thank you. The next paragraph.
Next. Okay. One thing I think I like about New Year's Day are TV programs that look
back at the previous year.
I think look back at the previous year. They are like highlights
Shows.
of the news. This always reminds me how lucky I am, because a lot of the news is about wars, famines, natural disasters, plane crashes, and other terrible things. The show also look back at the lives. Yes,
Yes, lives
lives.
of people.
I think today we try to read it correctly.
Yes, sure.
Of people who died this year. That all sounds
A bit depressing, really.
a bit depressing, really. But then there are happier things like the least, no, like the winner sports and music,
Top sports, music, and stories.
top sports and music stories. Another thing that happens on New Year Day.
Yes, lists.
Shows. Yes.
The top 10 movies of the year.
But is the last word which we choose the shows?
Yes,
Is shows.
yes, yes.
The movies of the year, the 10 best sporting achievements of the year, etc. There is even a list for the top 10 new English words of the year. Previous winners
Winners of this
of this year. These are the words,
blog.
blog and podcast.
Podcast. Yes, good of you. Thank you. Well, unfortunately, you are only one today, and you have to do all the work yourself. If there were some more people, it would be more interesting.
I like this kind of.
You do? That's great.
Usually, I don't spend a lot of money for the training in English.
So in the methodology of the English language, people say it is good to tell the text many times, and this is the good way to remember vocabulary and learn this text by heart and enrich your understanding by this way. So this is such an approach. So today we are trying to do this. So at the very beginning we have got the text, we have listened to it, we have done the exercises, and in the end you'll remember this text nearly by heart. So choose the correct word. Delete the wrong word in each of the pairs in italics. Page 6 exercise. So New Year's Day is of course or course.
1 second. The New Year's Day is of course.
Yes, the second variant. You're right. It's a national holiday in most or much countries around the world.
In most countries.
Most countries of the world. It is the time when families get together and celebrate within or with a meal.
With a meal.
With a meal. Many people make new plans for the rest of the year.
For the rest of
For the rest of the year. These plans are called New Year resolutions. People decide to lose weight, get or got fit. Get fit. Stop smoking, study English every day, or save lots of money. I think most people are serious by or about these plans.
Are serious about this plan.
About these plans on January the 1st, but then forget about them before the end, for or off the week.
Before the end
of the week. Then 1 year later, it's New Year's Day all over again, and people make some resolutions again. I guessed or I guess.
I guess.
Yes, I guess. The second variant, people all around the world make the same kinds of plans. I guess they also break their resolutions at the same time. One thing I like about New Year's Day are the TV programs that look forward or back.
The programs that look back
Back.
at the year.
At the previous year, they are like highlights shows or showed
Shows.
of the news. This always reminds me about how lucky or unlucky I am.
This will remind me how lucky.
How lucky, yes. Because a lot of the news is about wars, famines, natural disasters, plane crashes, and other terrible things. The shows also look back at the lives.
Lives of
Yes, of people who died that year. That all sounds a bit or bite depressing, really. Bit or bite? A bit. But then there are happier things, like the top sport and music stories. Another thing that happens on the New Year's Day is lists or lists. Lists or lists? Lists. Yes. The top 10 movies of the year, the 10 best sporting achievements of the year, there is even or ever.
There is there is even a list.
Even a list for the top 10 new English words of the year. Previous winners or winnings of these are the Ford's blog and podcast. So, winners, absolutely, you're right. Multiple choice. Page 7. We've got the text, and after it there is a test with the words proposed. So, at the first case we've got daily, daytime, days, or day.
Second, the first day of the year.
Yes, in the second variant we've got timely, time, times, or timing.
It's time.
Time, yes, you're right. Third, for, from, with, or by.
Many people make new plans
for the rest of the year. Yes, you're right. For fitness, fitting, fit, fittest.
Get fit.
Fit, yes, you're right. Exercise sentence 5, case 5. We have got weekly, week, week, or weeks.
Before the end of the week.
Week, yes, you're right. 6. Guess, guesses, guessing, guessed.
I guess.
I guess, you're right. Next, look, looked, looks, looking. 7.
Programs that looks, that look back.
Look back, yes, you're right. 8. Reminder, remind, reminder, reminding.
This always remind me.
Remind me, yes, okay. 9. Live, living, lives, lived.
Okay, also look back at living lives of people who died this year.
Yes, you're right. 10. Happiness, happiest, happily, happier.
But then there but then there are happiness.
Happier.
Happier.
Yes, happier. Things. Yes. Okay, next 11. For, by, with, of. Achievements.
The top 10 movies of the year, the 10 best sporting achievements of the year.
Yes, absolutely. Winner, wins, winners, winning. 12.
First, winner of these are both winners.
Winners. Yes, you're right. Spelling. Spell the jumbled words from the text correctly. Do you like doing such an exercise? So families get together and you have to put the letters into correct order. Here we've got the jumbled ones.
We need to choose how to make the word.
The correct word. Yes, you're right.
Families get together and celebrate.
Celebrate. Yes, you're right. People decide to lose
Weight.
weight.
Most people are serious.
Serious. Yes, most people are serious about them. Forget
About them.
Yes,
Next,
you're right.
again.
It's New Year's Day all over. Again, yes. Their resolutions.
Break.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely. Paragraph 2. Look back at the
Student.
Yes, Tanya, hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
How was your day today?
My day is fine. And how are you?
Fine, thank you. Today we are talking about New Year's Day. Do you like to celebrate the New Year?
Yes, I like to celebrate New Year, but I don't know plans for this New Year. I don't know what I will do in this New Year.
Are you going to be in Ukraine or move abroad or go somewhere into the mountains or something like that? What do you plan?
Yes, I'm living alone now, and I don't want if I will this New Year with my family or alone or with my friends celebrate.
So you haven't made up your mind yet, as I can see. So I guess the new year is going to be successful and everything is going to be okay. So there is a handout about New Year's Day. I'd like you to open it. Okay? Press the link and tell me if you can open it.
Please repeat your sentence.
Yes, in the chat box. I've shared the handout with you. So actually, Mikhail has already shared the document with you.
Tatiana, do you see the link on the right of the screen?
Yes, the link.
Okay.
Maybe it's better to go to my link.
I hope you'll be able to open it.
1 minute.
It's okay. Take your time.
It syncs.
What?
Have you opened the document?
No. Yes.
Yes, okay. So there is the text about the new year, and I'd like you to read it. So page 2.
I or
reading tape script. Have you found it? Page 2. Tatiana, this is for you.
Okay.
Okay.
New Year's Day is, of course, the first day of the year. It is a national holiday in most countries around the world. It is a time when families get together and celebrate with and take new plans for the rest of the year. These plans are called New Year resolutions.
Resolutions. Mhm.
People decide to lose weight, get fit, stop smoking, study English every day, or save lots of money. I think most people are serious about the plans on January 1st, but then forget about them before the end of the week. Then 1 year later, it's New Year's Day all over again, and people make the same resolutions again. I guess people all around the world make the same kinds of plans.
Yes,
I
kind
guess
of.
I guess they also break the resolutions at the same time.
Yes.
One thing I like about it looks back at the previous year.
Previous year.
Okay, previous year. They are like shows of the news. This always reminds me no lucky I'm because a lot of the news is about wars, famines, natural disasters, planes crashes,
Disasters.
and other terrible things. The shows also look back at the lives of people who died that year. That all sounds a bit depressing, clearly. But then there are happier things like the top sports and music stories. Another thing that happens on New Year's Day is lists. The top 10 movies of the year, the 10 best sporting achievements of the year, actually.
Etc. Etc.
What
Etc.
of years? There is even a list for the top 10 new English words of the year. Previous winners of this are the words blog and podcast.
Yes, thank you. Very good reading. Well, Tanya, can you tell me, do you understand all the words here? Maybe there are some unknown words.
There are words I don't understand. For example, words. The last word podcast
Mhm.
and 1 minute, please.
Resolution.
Resolution. New Year resolution or what?
Yes, New Year resolution. So, New Year resolution is the kind of a promise you are going to do next year. Kind of a plan, for example, quit smoking or lose weight or earn lots of money. By the way, have you ever made such a resolution? Have you made such a promise? Yes.
See, there are our things about next New Year, yes?
Yes, you're right. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
The plan that you are going to do. Have you ever made such a promise, such a resolution for future year?
Yes.
What did you promise yourself to do? What was the resolution of yours?
I thought to far to my friends in another oblast.
Region, in another region.
Yes.
You wanted to visit your friend, am I right?
Yes.
And did this resolution come true? Or did you forget about this plan?
No, it was true.
It was okay. Yes. Do you think that it is a good idea to make such a resolution before the new year comes?
Please repeat your questions.
Before the new year, is it good to make such a resolution before the new year?
I think yes, it is good to make the resolution, but it is often that the resolution is not true.
Is not true, yes. What resolutions are you going to take this year?
This year?
Mm-hmm.
Earlier, I want to with one girl in the flat and she was married, and she take the baby to the world.
Took.
Took the baby to the world, and I didn't see this baby because it is only 7 days. And I want to visit my friend. I want to see her son.
I see. So very nice resolution. I hope it is going to come true next year. I think it is very nice. And the next thing in this text, so you've mentioned the word podcast. So maybe Michael can explain this word to you. Can you?
Yes, I can. It's like a special record which you can hear it maybe on the radio. It's a special record of the program which maybe about the special topic like today, like New Year, maybe about work, a special program which recorded before they played.
Yes, you're right. I agree with you. So the podcast describe different aspects of our life. So people just tell their points of view, their minds about different aspects, and we can guess what they are talking about from this recording. So it is very interesting, and it is widely used nowadays. It is interesting. So today we are talking about the New Year's Day, and we are listening to the podcast, also New Year's Day. So now I'd like you to go to page 9. We've already done the material. We've already covered the exercises before, and on page 9 we have got the exercise. Put the text back together. Number these lines in the correct order. So can you see? So there are different sentences, and the first sentence has already been marked for us. So New Year's Day is, of course, the first day of the year. It's a national holiday in most countries around. Have you found it?
No.
Page 9.
9?
Yes, of this document.
9.
In this document, yes. Have you found?
No, it is no page, only paragraphs.
Tatiana, you can see the number of the page on the bottom.
At the bottom of the page, yes.
What is
9. Page 9.
and
Put
what
the
is
text. The exercise. Put the text back together. Number these lines in correct order. Page 9, and there are the brackets. Into the brackets we have to insert the numbers, and the first one has already been done for us.
Put the text. Yes, number these lines in the correct order. Yes.
Yes, you're right. You're right. And now I'd like you to listen to this text and try to remember the sequence of these sentences. Which sentence is number 1, which is going to be the second, the third, the fourth, and so on. Okay?
Okay.
So be attentive. Let's listen. Good?
Okay.
New Year's Day. A listening from eslholidaylessons.com. New Year's Day is, of course, the first day of the year. It is a national holiday in most countries around the world. It is a time when families get together and celebrate with a meal. Many people make new plans for the rest of the year. These plans are called New Year resolutions. People decide to lose weight, get fit, stop smoking, study English every day, or save lots of money. I think most people are serious about these plans on January the 1st, but then forget about them before the end of the week. Then 1 year later, it's New Year's Day all over again, and people make the same resolutions again. I guess people all around the world make the same kinds of plans. I guess they also break their resolutions at the same time. One thing I like about New Year's Day are the TV programs that look back at the previous year. They are like highlights shows of the news. These always remind me how lucky I am, because a lot of the news is about wars, famines, natural disasters, plane crashes, and other terrible things. The shows also look back at the lives of people who died that year. That all sounds a bit depressing, really. But then there are happier things like the top sports and music stories. Another thing that happens on New Year's Day is lists. The top 10 movies of the year, the 10 best sporting achievements of the year, etc. There is even a list for the top 10 new English words of the year. Previous winners of this are the words blog and podcast.
Thank you. We have listened to the text, and I hope that you are ready to put the sentences into the correct order. So, Tatiana, the first sentence, you are welcome.
1 minute, Oksana. We have
Yes.
a student, Igor.
Yes, I'm sorry. Hello, Igor, how are you? Igor, hello, how are you? Can you
Excuse
hear
me?
us? Can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you, but I don't know you hear me or not.
Yes, I do. Pretty good. So, how was your day today?
Oh, okay.
It was fine?
I relaxed all day.
Today we are talking about New Year. Do you think that it is an interesting topic to discuss?
Perhaps. I don't know. Yes.
Have you ever celebrated New Year? Silly question, but still.
Excuse me?
Have you ever
Repeat,
celebrated?
please.
Have you ever celebrated New Year?
Yes. About 40 types.
Do you usually celebrate the New Year with your family or with your friends or colleagues?
My family.
With your family.
With my family, yes.
Do you think that it is good to make a New Year resolution before the New Year comes or not?
I don't understand.
Yes, so a resolution is a kind of a promise, for example, to try to keep smoking next year, or to lose weight, or to earn lots of money, or something like that. People usually forget about these promises after New Year comes, but still they try to make them before the New Year comes. Do you think that it is a good idea to make such a promises?
I don't know. Yes, I don't have an idea.
Okay, thank you. So I'd like you to share the document. So it's in the chat box, and Michael has already shared it with you. Try to open the document and come to page 9.
Yes, page 9.
We have listened to the text, and we are trying to put the sentences into the correct order. So, Tatiana, you're welcome. The first sentence.
Also, the first sentence is New Year's Day is, of course, the first day of the year.
Yes, you're right. It's a time of national holiday in most countries around the world, right? And the second sentence. What is the second sentence? Michael, can you guess?
It's the last on this page. The world is the time when families get together and celebrate with a meal.
Especially, yes, you're right. Thank you, Tatiana. The next sentence.
The next sentence, I don't know.
So many people. Have you found?
Many people.
Last sentence.
Many people make new plans for the rest, yes?
Yes, the rest of the year, you're right. Thank you, Michael. The next sentence.
Yeah.
These plans are called?
I see. These plans are called New Year resolutions. people decide to lose weight, get fit, stop smoking, study English.
Yes, you're right. Thank you, Tatiana. The next one, I think. Most people are serious about these plans on January the 1st.
Most people are serious about these plans on January 1st, but then forget again, and people make the same resolutions again.
Thank you. Michael, you're welcome. The next.
Yeah,
Then 1 year later, it's a New Year's Day.
Then
1 year later.
Then 1 year later, it's a new day, New Year's Day all over.
Again. And people make them same resolutions again.
We can read the last part of the sentence because
it is high time to finish our class. Yes, you're right. So, what's going to be?
Okay. Then 1 year later, it's New Year's Day all over.
What is going to be the last sentence?
The verb.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I don't know which.
So about blogs and podcasts.
English words of the years, previous winners. No?
Yes, previous winners.
Yes, you're right. Okay. Okay, so today we've been talking about New Year's Day, New Year's celebration, and I think that you've nearly remembered everything about the New Year's Day from this text. And now I'd like you to tell a few words about this text, the things that you have remembered. Try to retell a few things about it. So, who can do it? Michael or Tatiana?
Yeah, okay.
Igor, do you hear this text? No?
I didn't. I was very late.
I see. So I'd like you to come a little bit earlier. In this time, you'll be able to listen to everything, and everything is going to be okay. So, Tatiana, you're welcome to tell us a few sentences about this text, the essence that you've remembered. A few sentences, just a few sentences that you've remembered. Tatiana, do you hear us?
Very bad.
Very bad. And now, what about? Can you hear us?
I hear.
You do? Okay. Tell me a few sentences from the text that you've remembered. Good?
Must I say it was about text or about...
Retell a few words from this text that we were discussing today. So, the New Year's Day is, of course, the first day of the year. So, what do you remember from this text?
I learned 2 new words. I didn't know earlier two words, and that there are resolution and products
and podcast.
Yes, and you said me about this was, and I know now what these words mean.
Good of you. Thank
For
you.
example, resolution, it is kind of our plans to the new words. Yes.
Yes, thank you. Good of you. So today we have discussed the New Year's Day, and I wish you all the best. I invite you to my future classes, and this is the end of today's class. I wish you to have a good evening, and bye for now.
Okay. Happy New Year, and also health, also God's blessing. Yes.
Yes.
Success. and all the best for you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.